Hey guys, today I'm doing a winged liner makeup tutorial for you. I start off by using Josie Maran's Argan Creamy Concealer Crayon in light. I'm applying it to my complete eyelid and right underneath my eyes. This just helps to even the texture of the skin and any discolorations. I prefer to use my fingers when blending products onto the skin because I think the heat from my hands helps to melt the product really nicely and ensure a nice even application. For foundation, I chose Bare Minerals Prime Time BB Primer Cream in Light. It has an SPF of 30 with a physical block, meaning it has titanium and zinc, so it doesn't create any chemical reactions with the skin. This goes on really nice and lightweight with the feeling of a primer, which I really like for everyday use. Now I'm just touching up with the Josie Maran Argan Oil Concealer to a couple areas which I felt needed a little bit more coverage. Now I'm using Tarte's Tartelette palette. It's an eye palette made from Amazonian clay. The first color that I chose was called Super Mom. I applied it to the entire lid. And now I'm using the color Caregiver on my lower lid and into the crease. That's a really pretty light pink color. For a little bit more dimension, I'm using the color Force of Nature right on the creases of the upper eyelids. And I feathered it down to the outer corners of my lower lid. As a nice little highlighter, I'm using the color Free Spirit underneath the brows. And I'm just blending and blending. Next up, I'm using the color Best Friend. It's a really pretty plum color on the outer corners of my eyes. And I'm blending that into the crease of the upper eyelid just to help give it a little bit more dimension and contouring. All of Tarte's products are non-toxic, which is really nice. I chose the color Dreamer. It's a brown color. It's actually a shade lighter than my brows, which is important to help kind of fill in any of the missing hairs that I have there. I'm using a Bobbi Brown eyebrow brush to help blend the product evenly into the brows. Next up, I'm using Tarte's Tarteist Eyeliner in black. It's a clay paint liner, which comes with this really nice angled brush. You can actually use the tip of the tube as a little palette to help apply the product evenly to the bristles. I took any excess off the brush and by using it the back of my hand as a blot, as you can see. To ensure that I get a nice smooth line in the upper lids, I always pull the upper lid a little bit taut at the corner to ensure that I have a nice fluid line across the upper lid. I don't want any cracks in the creases. This product in particular works really well if you let it set first. You apply a little line, let it set, and then you go over it. To get that nice little wing at the corner of my eyelids, it just takes a flick of a wrist. And don't be discouraged, it takes a couple times, a little bit of practice to use this particular brush in this product. My right eyelid was done a little bit thinner than my left lid, so I'm just going back and touching that up. Now I'm going to finish the inner corner of my eyes just to tie it all together. The bristles were really tickling my right eye, so I had to keep the eyelid a little bit taut so that it didn't get product everywhere. And now I'm just touching up. I got a little bit outside the line. I'm removing any excess product from the inside corner of my eyelids by pressing lightly my fingers down and into the corner of my eyelids so that I don't get smudges on my lower lash line. Now I'm lining the lower lash line. I'll pick up a little bit more product here in a second just to make it a little bit more dramatic. And I go all the way to the outer corner of the eyes to bring together both the upper and lower lash line. Now I'm removing any excess from my inner eye line. crimping my eyelashes, I always start at the base and work 2 crimps up to the very tips. Now I'm using Josie Maran's Argan Black Oil Mascara, and it's black and awesome. It goes on the lashes really nice. The bristles of this brush are fabulous. They help to give a really nice thick coating from the base all the way to the tips of the lashes. As you can see, I blink a lot when I apply my mascara. That's just to ensure an even application from the very base to the very tips. I'm removing any excess that I have from my right eye because I saw a couple little clumps there. I saw a couple little spots of blemishes, and I'm fixing my cheeks where I have my rosacea. So I decided to touch up with the Argan Oil Creamy Concealer, and I'm just tapping the product gently into the skin. To finish up the look, I'm applying Josie Maran's Argan Infinity Lip and Cheek Creamy Oil onto the skin in Limitless Pink. It starts off as a cream and blends into an oil. It's really nice and sheer. It even has a little sweet flavor to it, which I like. I'm applying it to my cheeks now. All of these products have been reviewed up on the blog at www.dearsorella.com. You can head over there to check it all out.